What's up guys, Tails86 here with Weekly Review, and today is the wait for a new video and new review. So today we're going to be reviewing a new game on the PlayStation Portable. You can download on the PSP, you can download on PS, or if you have a PlayStation 1, if you have an imported one, you can play it on there as well. Or you can buy a PlayStation 3 and buy it as well for $5. So we're going to be showing off Shienryu, also known as Purple Flaming Dragon Shooting King. So let's go ahead and start the review. Okay guys, welcome to the review of a lifetime. This is Arcade Hits Shienryu for the PlayStation 1. That is for $6. Excuse me if I said $5 before. Now this is a direct port straight from the Sega Saturn console that was released back in 1997. But also was released before the Sega Saturn back in 1995 on the Sega Titan. So let's go ahead and start the game. Okay guys, now this is a arcade shump. Well, basically I wouldn't call it really a shump. I'd actually call it a small bullet hell. But it actually is a pretty well made bullet hell. Basically, you are the Shienryu Purple Flaming Dragon ship, and you are trying to basically destroy everything that is in your path. And you have a lot of weapons to choose from. You have three different sub-weapons that you use, which are number one, the Vulcan Cannon, which I'm using right now. You have a homing missile attack that you can also use, where you home in by using missiles. And then you have a lightning barrage attack, which I'll show you off right now. Now, this attack is useful, but it just depends on how much power you have. Now, I bet you're saying, what do you mean by power that you have? As you see, as you go through this actual game, you'll see these little markers that have blue and yellow and all those different types of colors. And of course, this B one right here meaning for your bombs. Now, the way the controls work on this is basically, let's say you're playing on the PS3. If you are wanting to just go ahead and fire off a bomb, you just press on the triangle button and you'll unleash your bomb. Now when you go over those red ones that say P, that's of course for your power, S for speed, which is something you'll need because later on in the game you will run into a couple things where you're going to have to use a lot of speed more than you will use more power. Now as I said, this game is, it is a bullet hell, but it's actually not as hard as I thought it would be, because I was expecting some really hard shumps on the PlayStation 1, but sadly, they're not anywhere near as hard as like Mushimi Sama Futari or any of those other games, because those are the pinnacle of true arcade shumps. But this one is still fun. Don't get me wrong, it's definitely something to go ahead and take a look at if you're into the arcade shump genre. So, if you're one for playing any of these types of games, it's something to go ahead and look at because, it is a good title, it's cheap, it's not too expensive to pay for, but plus, you see a lot of cool explosions in this, and you can use so many cool power-ups. But the best part is just seeing that boss blast into pieces. And of course, ending a level, you'll be able to see your actual score that you maintain, as you can see right there on the very top score. Now basically you'll be doing this game for about 8 stages, and each of them having a boss in their own stage. And of course, as I said before, if you want to go with a certain power-up that you certainly like, go with one that you think is the best one. Believe me, there are 3 different ones you can choose from, but not all of them are the best ones to choose with certain enemies. Certain power-ups are good for certain stages, as well are for certain ones right there. Like right there I got obliterated when I should have used the bomb. But the cool thing is this game has, even if you get a game over, and you will get game overs every so often, there are unlimited continues. So there's one thing that you'll definitely like, and you can always go ahead and add credits by pressing on the select button. You can do it on the PlayStation Portable, on PS1, or on PS3 when you go ahead and do that. So we're going to try to read that stage over again and try to basically explain. There's not really much of a story, or at least from what I know, It's just basically you are the flaming dragon and you're trying to get rid of all these guys from creating a war and havoc. And of course trying to not get hit, because as a shump, you are only allowed one hit. If you get hit one time, your ship obliterates. Well, I shouldn't say obliterates, just explodes, but still. I do like the way that they took with it. It's a very unique shooter. I mean, I will give it credit for that. It's not as fun as a lot of other shooters I've played. I mean, don't get me wrong, like I said before, this is not a kid-type game. This is a game for lots of patience and lots of thought. So you want to make sure that you keep an eye on what's going on screen, because there are some portions in the game that will get hard. I mean, not excruciatingly hard. I mean, don't get me wrong. There are some shumps out there that are so hard that they actually will make you have to watch the screen every second. Now, of course, this one isn't as hard as I said before, but I mean, it can add some difficulty. I mean, I'm just telling as it is. So, anyways, I really do recommend this title if you're getting into shumps. I mean, like I said, it's not anything near like Gate of Thunder or any of those other shumps that I have played recently, but it is a fun one, and I will give it that. So, if you're getting into the genre of shumps, do give this one a try, especially if you have a PlayStation 3. And if you don't like this one, there are some other ones on there that you can try out. There is Digimon Plus, which is also an import for PlayStation 1 you can download on PS3, and that is also for $6, and you can try that one out. It has a level design system where you can actually design your own levels and music if you have the patience and if you understand Japanese language. So if you want to try that out, you can also try that game out. It's downloadable on there. And you can also try out Gaia Seed, which is actually another good one, actually. But I have to be honest, because I mean, the PlayStation 3 D-pad is not anywhere near as good as an actual arcade stick. I mean, I will say that there are some controllers that do well for shumps, but the PlayStation Portable, the PS1, and the PS3 just do not do enough to be able to actually play good on a shump. But I will give the game props because it does have some colorful elements, it has some pretty cool attacks and pretty cool bomb effects. So I will go ahead and give this title an 8 out of 10 for presentation. Graphics are very nice, but as I said, this game is getting an 8 out of 10. So guys, thank you for watching. This has been Weekly Review. Take care. Later.